So today we're going to run through the perfect close, the perfect consult, how to take your consultations, which I think what I'm going to start off by saying today, I will do my pre-frame and my opening actually. So for all those that are watching, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notifications to get awesome value like this that we provide every single week. With that being said, we are going to go through all the normal things. Shall I do it now? Yeah, I'll do it now and then I'll be in my flow. All right, updates. There is one massive update this week. There is the Strike package, the tangible product for Strike has been done, and I have uploaded it onto the portal for all of you people that are here today. I probably will go through that with you today on this call. It is a flawless, tangible product. I have removed old PowerPoint products because I don't want people using them. And this is basically what we will be putting into as an example in Strike. It is the best tangible product. There is a lot of detail in it. It does all the closing for you. It's the best product that's out there, period. So that's the update on content. That's the main new update on content. Welcoming people to the group. I have no idea who is new because, as I said before, my assistant is away and I don't know who is new. So sorry, new people. You'll probably all be announced in one hit in a couple of weeks' time when she returns. I need her already so badly. Okay, with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it. Questions quickly. If you've got a question, fire, because I've got 50 minutes today. I can't roll over. It's really important that I get off on time. Questions about anything here, about anything and anything before we get stuck into today's awesome webinar. Okay, we're good. That's enough time. I'm gonna roll hot today. Like,
yeah, I got a question.
Who's this? Who's that now? Who's this? God's sake.
Hey, that was me.
Oh, it's you.
Sorry, I got a client that's doing, so I got the new trainer on board. I got a client doing 3 sessions a week, but she wants to do all the sessions with me. But I just don't have the time. How do you have that conversation to transfer some sessions over to the new trainer?
So basically what I would say for you, brother, is this: always just outline that everything, like, we are a team, right? The product that I've built that we will be going through in today's webinar, it shows a lot about the team, right? We, team, us. Always do we, team, us terminology, and just mention it's physically impossible for me to do it because of what the business demands, and just basically just be honest. I think if there's any general advice for any business owner, it's always this: just be honest. Like, the amount of times I've had people like try and, I had someone recently say like, oh, you know, I should tell them this, when, like, because I think they were going away on holiday, they were thinking about making up some bullshit lie about them going. I was like, don't lie, just tell them the truth. You're going on holiday, it was their fault that they didn't announce a winner in time. That's on them, it's their fault. Wear it, tell the truth. Nothing good ever comes from lying. And if you, in relationships that have had fallouts with partners, you know what I'm talking about. There's no point lying about anything. Just be open book, right? Same goes with business and your clients. They are partners. They are family. Like, never lie. There's no points, right? Just tell them honestly, Tana, that you can't accommodate, and just say, look, I will do 1 session, but the rest is, look, you're getting 2 trainers for the price of 1. I'm doing the online remote learning with you as well, and coaching, accountability tasks. So you'll be working with me anyway daily, but I can't accommodate every single session. If you want to, however, you can up your prices. And if you up your pricing, the pricing is higher, they can then pay you for that because your time is worth that. But if you want to up your pricing, Tana, I would suggest at least a 20% price rise on what you're trying to charge already, bro. Because you do not want at your level to be doing multiple sessions a week, because it's counterproductive for business. And it's not that we don't care about the clients. I wish that you could work with every single one of them, as you probably do too, but it just doesn't enable you to grow and flourish and even just maintain. So hopefully, Damo, good to see you, brother. All right, Nath, good to see you too. All right, let's roll with the punches, guys. We'll get stuck into this. 50 minutes of power. Last week, who enjoyed last week's webinar? I had a great time. I was on fire. Haven't had whatever was in the caffeine last week. Haven't had that today. Don't know why, but I'm still going to chirp up and I'll deliver this one with fire as well. That was probably the best webinar we've ever done, guys. I'll be quite honest with you. The vibe was very, very good. It was electric. There was a lot of engagement, but I delivered it with passion. Why? Because it's fucking important. So important. If you haven't watched those webinars and you're watching this one on recording, watch that last one on recording. Guys here, there was a good turnout of nearly 30 odd clients last week. Like, just guys, keep attendance high. Like, they're all going to try and be delivered like that, especially on a passionate topic like today's. How to basically increase conversion rates, but master your sales process, of which we're going to go back to what I was saying at the start, which is this. We never use the word consult. We never use the word screening. We never use the word free or words free PT, right? It's boring, it's dated, and it's just not exciting. So we're going to go through today your one of these few things, which I kind of freestyle when I coach people individually. Result-specific mind and body session, result-specific tailored Kickstarter, results-specific, right, Kickstarter, whatever you want to call it, something that rolls off your tongue. And we have decided with new content that's being created to call everything a result-specific tailored Kickstarter. That's what we call it, right? It sounds more exciting. It's exactly the terminology that you need, and it's that simple. So this result-specific Kickstarter, what this is first and foremost, guys, is a consult. We never change this, right? And what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to go through the whole consult process with you as it is in its current form today. So it's no notes, purely freestyled. I'm going to ask some questions, but there's a lot of new stuff. Like I said, I might give you guys a sneak peek in at the new tangible product as well today. But it's very important that things are delivered like this because it will improve your conversion rates. And it's that simple. So first and foremost, starts with the terminology because it's intriguing. It will get people's attention. All right. Now let's take it right back. You've got a handful of leads, right? We're booking these people in. One thing that we want to do that's current here, guys, to fill in some little gaps and holes is for anyone that's running floor to the floor recently for the first time, Tarksy, I think you're doing this, and yeah, you're doing this as well, Glyn and Claire. What we want to do is we want to communicate with leads all the time. Reason why is if you go in cold with people, right, people don't trust the phone number because they think you're a scammer, they think you're trying to rob their money, right? And that's what it is in society these days. Always warm people up. Feel free to communicate with people, especially if you've ever met someone in person. That's the first point of contact. That's the first point where you're going to get to know this person, right? So it's really important that you can follow them up. For example, floor to the floor stuff. Hey, your entrance into the drawer has been completed. Ray, tell Darren I just saw him walk past. Tell him to Voxer me as well, yeah? Don't tell him, don't be a bad client, be a good one, Voxer me, right? So look, with that being said, communicate with them. Communicate. That's all you've got to do. Communicate, hey, it's Ray from Snap or Jets or Good Life, wherever the gym is, right? And in Ray's case, Jets, just letting you know that your entrance into the drawer has been officially confirmed, and we will be communicating via text message from this number, right? Keep in touch. This is really important for conversion rates that come down the line, right? Keep them in the loop. You're going to get high response rate. Normally what you're seeing with any strategy now where you get phone numbers is around a 50% answer rate. So if any of you are lead generating at the moment, Jade, we have 200 leads at the moment, right? 200 leads, 50% of them are dead. The only reason why is just because of statistics. It's just the numbers that's going to happen. Anyone that generated hundreds of leads through Christmas, you'll know the same thing. It's what's going to happen. Anyone who therefore gets 30 leads with a strategy, it's not enough for you to see significant growth when you take 30 to 15, 15 into 10 that show, and then a 50% conversion rate maximum, ideally, unless you're a superstar, you're going to get 3 or 4 clients, right? And for a week and a half's worth of long effort, right, you want to have a few more. So think volume, but think nurturing communication, right? And that's what you want to have, all right? So with that being said, you get these guys to show up using your automated calendar booking service. Is anyone here manually booking consults into a calendar? Manually, just be honest. If you're not, okay, Zach is, Ray is. Ray, you should not be doing that. Jade, This is fucking really important for us. Does Jade, are you sending manual reminders to people to show up for their consult?
Yes, they get a text message the day before.
From you personally, manually?
Yes.
Why? Has Phil not told you how to automate this?
No.
We're
I
not.
can like
We're not
preset them. Oh, I think I asked the question a while ago specifically for weekends and stuff, because I found myself on Sundays, you know, sitting on my phone trying to send everyone messages for the Monday, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I didn't know that was a thing through text.
Yeah, this is perfect. Book in, like make a note for us to go through this shit, because do you like sending 20 reminders manually?
No.
No one does. Right, you use Calendly booking software, right? If you're not using this, Jade, this is for us at our scale. That's huge. I thought Phil would be utilizing that, but then again, look, it's something we can just patch in, right? We'll patch up. So utilize Calendly booking software, guys. Especially Zach, if you're going into leverage now, impossible. Like, you do not want to be sending manual reminders. Ray, at our scale, it's more manageable, but still, fuck no. Like, no. You use Calendly booking software, all right, for consultation purposes only, all right? And it automates everything. You can do a 24-hour reminder. You can do a 1-hour reminder. You can do email and text message. There's no way that these guys do not, oh yeah, you use Calendly, Ray. Well done. Okay, good. Well done. So yeah, there's no way these guys won't show. This software is professional. It's a third party, right? This is basically all current up-to-date content. I'm taking it back before the consult, but it's really important, all this stuff, right? Wrapped up into one. So what we do, you plug them in on the call, you book them into Calendly. Calendly does everything for you. You don't do anything. Show up. I guarantee, Jade, you'll have higher show rates using this than doing it all manually. And like when I used this software years ago, I saw like a 20 or 30% increase in show rates. And I don't have people cancel these days, very rarely. And it's because of the reminder function on Calendly. And the worst thing I could do, I can't even get a Zoom invitation link right without Zach getting kicked out of the thing and needing a password. I could not be bothered sending multiple reminders out. Use Calendly. They show up, right? And this is where it begins. First impressions, everything. Bearing in mind, these guys, 50% of the time, if we've marketed and we may have seen them around the club, you'll know them. But if not, it's the first impression. So it's everything. It is everything. Bubbly. You've got to be bubbly. You've got to show you've got to show your personality, right? I was coached this ages ago, like 7 years ago, Michael, right? Pleasure to meet you, Mr. McLaren. That's Michael McLaren, right? Do you remember ever getting told that? Pleasure to meet you? Yeah. So this is actually a good tip from an old coach of ours, right? Really old coach. Pleasure to meet you. The first word, and this guy was very, very good. I'll give him this. He was very, very good at getting you to master the subconscious. And everyone knows that I love my subconscious, right? So pleasure to meet you. The first word that ever comes out of your mouth that they associate you with is pleasure, right? It's very clever, but it's good. Pleasure to meet you, right? You're going to bounce off these guys. You're going to vibe with them, right? And then from there, you're going to go through into where you're taking a consult. Always eye contact, mirror match. Like, this is all really, really important stuff here. Mirror and matching verbally and physically. Mirror and matching verbally and physically. Humongously important. A lot of this stuff is refreshment. It's rehearsal, or not rehearsal. It's restudying for you guys, right? But for a lot of you guys, this is really important, right? Because it's what we're up to at the moment. So mirror and match the whole process, right? When we mirror and match the whole process, you're going to be building what's called rapport. You're always looking for ways to elaborate on. We've used the word elaboration a lot last week in last week's webinar, but a lot recently. A lot of the reason why I've been doing that is because the content, what we're creating at the moment, is being elaborated on. I'm strengthening the content. So what I'm doing when the content's not ready for launch yet, for you guys to absorb yet, I'm telling you what basically I'm doing, which is elaborating on a lot of stuff. If you can find anyone that has anything here I can see at first glance, nothing in common apart from everyone's just sat down. If you like eating apples, talk about eating apples, right? You know what I'm saying? You find common ground. Relatability, all right, is everything. A person will hire a personal trainer for the person that the personal trainer is. There's lots of persons in there, but you get the idea. It is that simple. Sit down. We're going to go through pre-exercise questionnaire. Pre-exercise questionnaire, guys, it should not take longer than a maximum of 20 minutes. Now, there is a lot of people that can go and, like, some people are deeper. They like to go and dive a little bit deeper. And we talked about diving deep last week. We're going to talk about it again now in a different setting, being pre-exercise questionnaire, right? You've got to delve deep, but you don't want to ramble. A lot of people, and this is a really important aspect and an important point here. A lot of people think that over-delivering is a really good quality. It's the reason why your business isn't growing. Let me say that again. Over-delivering, right, is the reason why the business isn't growing. If you over-deliver, there's no reason for them to need you because you've delivered everything you can get. It's an amazing quality to have, which is caring and wanting to be a giver. But you also want to get paid, I think. Hands up if people want to make money here. I think that's everybody, right? So, like, you don't over-deliver, right? This also starts with rambling, which I'm an expert at, in a pre-exercise questionnaire setting. Do not do it. You will bore your prospect. You will bore them and they'll be thinking, get to the point, right? However, this is where being a judge of character comes in, right? When you're taking people through the pre-exercise questionnaire, you need to be a judge of character. You're always mirroring, you're always matching, you're always finding common ground and elaborating, as the points that we've discussed so far, on what we have got to up until that point, right? I went to the footy at the weekend. Awesome. What's your football team? Awesome. They suck. My team's better. Have a bit of banter, right? Back and forth. It's what's going to get them to smile, laugh, find common ground, and they will hire the person for the personal trainer, the person that the personal trainer is. That's it. Simple. There's literally nothing else to it. Now, with the pre-exercise questionnaire, does anyone find it awkward? Does anyone find running through, do you want to elaborate there for us, Glenn, briefly, please, on what you mean about the awkwardness with the pre-exercise questionnaire? Because it is common.
Look, I'm really comfortable doing it all, except the part about the socializing and the money.
Yeah, it's the most common part.
I had someone the other day who goes, that's a bit personal. I don't really like that question.
Right. So when
I basically just bluffed it and said, look, there's a reason for that. I said, look, I'm screening you as much as you're screening me. If we get to the end and you tell me 10 out of 10 that you want your fitness, this and that, and you've got the money to match, but can't afford it, it just tells me that you're not the right fit.
I love how blunt you are, bro. I wish that they would take that and accept it. I think did you convert him?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know what to say. I was really thrown, but actually I didn't really want to train this person anyway. She said something quite mean to me, I thought.
Look, that's good. And look, this is the thing. A lot of people, they're fucking wankers. I'm just being honest. They are. And like honestly, bro, the best thing, like Zach says, I love the honesty there. Like honesty is the best key. Like I said, you never lie to anyone. It doesn't get you far. So if they say that's a bit personal, well, they've come to that conclusion because we haven't pre-framed it correctly. And the pre-exercise questionnaire currently doesn't pre-frame it. So this is why I ask who struggles with it. And basically, this is what we have here, right? This is what we have. You find common ground. So at the weekends, what do you like to do, brother? You said to me that you're a fucking Eagles fan, like me, unfortunately, right? And they're shocking. So do you go and watch the Eagles? I know you're having a laugh there, Aaron. I know you're having a laugh, mate. Keep that to yourself. That's being you, right? So you go back and forth. When you go to the Eagles and you take your boy, right? Which I took my boy recently, right? How much would you spend? You get a pie, a couple of beers, tickets, 40, 50 bucks each. What do you spend on the weekend? Couple $100 question mark? That's how you do it, right? If you say, how much money do you spend? You might as well say, how much money have you got in your bank account? They're going to go like that, right? It's not nice. It's just, you can't, right? So elaborate, break it down, pre-frame it. But remember, all of this is coming from the pre-exercise questionnaire is going to do a lot of the hard work for you, but how you pre-frame it the whole way from the first meet and greet to the conversation you're having I used to have a consult room upstairs, right? I used to walk up the stairs first because I would lead them the way, and I would smile because they couldn't see me, right? My face was obviously in front of their face, right? And I used to know, I'll fucking sign this person up already. It's done. Like, you used to be, does anyone ever have a gauge when you know you're going to sign someone up early in a consult? Like, expert people with sales, right? You'll be able to do that. Like, and if you haven't had that sense yet, we can get better, because it's a great feeling when you do. And it was basically off, no shit. It was basically off me just smiling, laughing, and joking with them. And look, there may have been some sort of back and forth that I'd had before about, you know, they wanted to be there, like they may have expressed training, but I was just like, this is in the bag, right?
I feel like, yeah, sometimes like you walk into the room, you won't even need to do the pre-exercise, and you just go, yeah, this is the one. Like, you pull their chair out for them, that kind of thing. Like, and it's just natural. They just want to sign up. So,
man, I wish I was your missus, mate. You know, pulling a chair out for me and everything, it would be great. You know, like, no, look, that's what you want to do. So we pull the chair out, nice. Do you know what I mean? No worries, Ash. All good, brother. And yeah, look, have fun. You gotta have fun with it. We always talk about having fun with this stuff, right? It's that simple. So from there, it's elaboration. Now, we talked last week about a pain wall. This is with current clients. Now, with current clients, the pain wall that we spoke about. So for those of you who weren't here, you have to break down this pain wall for them to, in order for them to get over it and overcome it. If you keep the pain wall up and you don't bring them down, let their emotion come out, you'll find your clients will struggle to get results. A lot of the time they'll struggle. If you fail to bring, and this is where again, gauge of character comes in. If you struggle to bring a prospect's pain wall down, right, you will struggle to convert them as easily as what you may have to work for later in this process. So spend time on the pre-exercise questionnaire. The questions do the work for you, all right? This will be polished as well soon, but the only thing we'll be doing is just rephrasing that question that Glyn said he struggles with, which most people do because they're like, it's a bit of a personal question. And it is, but you need it. It's funny as well. Here's another little good one for you guys. Have you ever found that people in a consult, at the first part of the consult, pre-exercise questionnaire, are literally so open with you? Have you ever found that? But as soon as you close, they close up, right? As soon as you try and sell, they close up. Has anyone ever found that? Like, people are like, they're happy to tell you 10 out of 10 importance. Like, this is so important for me. Like, I'm freaking, you know, I'm going to be borderline type 2, type 1 diabetes soon, and then it's going to get worse. They will pour everything out, right? So, but then when you close to them, their wall goes back up, right? You've got to get them to be that open person, get the pain wall, bring it down, and then funnel through and basically show them where you're going to go from there. I don't want to put too much more time into this. The pre-exercise questionnaire, it does everything for you. If you've got a good one, for those of you who aren't working with us and watching this, your pre-exercise questionnaire should do the hard work for you. If you get given one from Anytime Fitness or the gym that you're in, or Cert 3 or Cert 4, they are all shit. Let me say that again. They're all shit. The reason why, all it does is they'll cover your ass legally, but they don't teach you how to be a good person. Let me say that again. These standard pre-exercise questionnaires, right? They'll teach you how to cover your ass, but they don't teach you how to be a good person. And what are we? Personal trainers. If you just focus on fast tracking this part of your consultation process, right? Your 2-part mind and body Kickstarter, you fast track it straight into a physical training, you're doomed. Or to a physical training session, you're doomed. So that's it. Take your time, elaborate, get them to admit where they need to improve. The next thing, or there's actually 2 or 3. Number 1, who here, I don't expect many hands, if maybe 1 or 2, who here without fail puts every single person into their online community at the end of the pre-exercise questionnaire without fail? I expect Tane. There we go. Tane's got it. Glyn's done it. Maybe Michael. The rest of you, up your game. I cannot stress enough. Okay, let me ask a question. There's at least 10 of you there. Why not? Someone help me understand, please.
Well, the only exception is they don't have social media. If that just, that's, yeah.
That's perfect. Who else? People that are not doing this. Why not? Okay.
Probably not as active on it as I need to be.
Say again, bro.
Probably not as active on it as I need to be. I think.
This is one of the most common things that people will drop the ball with, right? Now, look, if you don't do it, that's fine. However, if you do the amount of consultations that, we'll use Jade here. So Jade is Phil's manager, right? And people, I think most people here would know Phil, right? These guys are doing big turnover, right? These guys do a lot of consults. What's your consult target for this week, Jade? Or next week?
My actual 20.
20 consult target, right? And that's like standard, right? Any business doing the turnover that these guys do, operating with the trainers they have, you've got to do 20 consults a week. It's pretty simple. As you grow a business, the scale goes. If you take 20 a week, right? If you take 20 a week and you put 20 people, worst case scenario, into a VIP group, the worst thing that can happen is that you've got them in a VIP group where you do what? What do we do in a VIP group ideally? Now, this is getting to nitty gritty stuff all of you guys can take away from. What do we do in a VIP group? This is great, by the way. I've got some
social proof.
So who was that? Was that you, Tyler?
No, me.
Oh, is that social proof? Now, social proof primarily, guys, and again, I could go off on a rabbit hole here. I'm not going to, but this is very important considering 80% of people here aren't doing it, right? It's education and add value, Ray. That's correct. You stack, you add, educate, add value and educate. That's what the content is inside a VIP group. Now, I'll be really honest with you guys. The amount of people that reach out to me directly, DMs, and that's what you want, directly DMs, that do not like, engage, comment on any of the posts inside the business educational community for personal trainers, right? Is a few, right? I'm not gonna blow smoke on my ass, but there's a few. And these people, they turn into clients, right? That right there is proof that it works based on just me welcoming people into a community, right? Like we always do, everyone wave, that sort of thing, right? That's what happens. Now, if you don't convert them, you have them there in an online forum. You guys that have less than 1,000 members inside your gym, when we market, right, expertly like we do, and you run out of leads, you have to take your marketing externally, right? So outside of the gym and online. If you are not putting people into, right? If you're not putting people into your VIP group, they're gone. If you're then not doing your bulk blast reoccurring text messages, they're not being followed up, right? They're not being followed up. They're gone, right? Then if all you're doing is reaching out to them with a bulk blast text message saying, hey, free training, first people to reply to this message, blah, blah, blah. They just won't, because all they know what you're trying to do. Really key, your prospects are not stupid. They're not at all. Now, I do say when lead generating here, slight different topic. Your prospects are not clued on to what you're doing when you're marketing. They're not. However, when they show for a consult, they know they'll be sold something, right? And they're not stupid. So with that being said, guys, just do what you do, be who you are, be nice, funnel them into the group. Does anyone struggle with putting them into the group because they don't know what to say? Now's your time. Otherwise, why are we not doing it? There's loads of you. Someone please speak. I'm trying to fucking help. Otherwise, I'll move forward. Fuck me. What do you want?
I'm doing it because I post probably too much of my social proof. Like I give it to everyone on my Facebook and Instagrams and stuff. Like, and I suppose a lot of that content should be funneled into that group just for my members as well.
Yeah.
I suppose that's the only thing. Like with exercise tutorials and that kind of thing, they're all on like my what do you call it, like Gen Pop Instagram and Facebook as well.
Okay. So what is the reason why we don't put them into the group tasks? Sorry, I think I might have missed.
Because all of my guys follow the Instagram and Facebook anyway, so they see it along with everyone else that's not a member of PT, basically.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's good, right? Now, this, and you're talking about prospects. So do you get your prospects to follow you on socials and stuff like that?
Yeah, they all follow me at the end.
Okay, that's good. The only difference is groups are community based. It's massive difference. It's really important. Also, there's a lot of tools that groups you can utilize within groups where you can guarantee to get people's attention. Like, look, I'll be honest, my algorithm performance is so inconsistent on my personal page. Personal pages are very, very important, guys. They're the best way to market, but groups are better. If you take, right, if you can get people in there, right, if you can get people in there, groups are better because you can actually guarantee you can get hold of them. Like I've had 5,000 friends, gutted it to 2,000, back up to 3.5 or whatever it is now. So there's 8,000 odd people there. I can tell how many people with software that we use, how much is the reach is. Sometimes I'll get 9-10 likes on a post. What's that about? Now, obviously it's different because people don't want to support business and things like that. And a lot of people, like we say, are an invisible audience on social media, but the reach is poor. However, in the group, that post I put yesterday announcing the topic for this webinar, over 100 people, I think, saw that straight away, right? Because you can do the little thing that pisses everyone off, which is at everybody. You welcome, you getting everybody in the community to look at it, right? So think about it like that. It's very, very important to get people into a community, right? Get that done. Step number 2 at this stage, what you've got to do is you've got to pre-frame. You've got to pre-frame next. And there is a document in the portal which is called the 5 Steps to Success. Who uses this document? Anyone use the pre-framing document? Michael,
can I say something about the group real quick, Simon?
Yeah, go for it, bro. Go. Yeah.
I was going to say, some people was talking about like not being able to know what to post in the group and all that.
Yeah.
For ages, I didn't post in my group, but I just told the prospects exactly that. Like, jump onto this group. I'm going to put some content in there in the coming weeks or months. I've just been flat out. And then they're there, and then you still have that resource to be able to refer back to later on. So then even if you're not active in the group, because I wasn't for months, you'll still sort of have that tool there when the time does come.
100% right. Like, even if you don't utilize it, guys, to its full potential, grow it. Like, it's really important. Like, think about it. Like, this is what I've had happen with people countless times. Simon, we've gone through all the leads in the gym. Cool. I need to generate leads on social media. Fine. They haven't optimized their profile. They fast tracked through stage 1.2. They don't use their VIP group. They don't fucking add friends consistently and persistently, which is something that, like, me and Aaron here are doing very, very, very well at the moment. They basically then say, I want results overnight. Simon, your shit doesn't work. Well, I'll tell you what, fuck you. It does. You've been lazy. You haven't done it. You can't expect, if it was this easy, here's the passion. I've got my spark now, right? If you fucking could get 100,000 followers on Instagram, everyone would fucking have them. Everyone would have them. People that have 100,000 followers on Instagram, or people that have business pages with 10,000 plus likes and all that. The reason why they have them, 9 times out of 10, they've been doing this shit like me and like some people persistently and consistently for long periods of time. And most of them, they've been doing it when the algorithms were that easy, where you could get to 10, 20, 30, 40, or 100,000 people. You cannot do that these days. Guaranteed. The only way you can get that amount of traction is if you become viral by fucking shooting a paintball out of your ass or something and making people laugh. That's what you have to do. You cannot get reach. So if you don't build over time and compound your fucking communities, you will suffer, guys. You're going to suffer. So do it. Because when you have a community with, I think bilaterals, what is it? It's at least, is it 500 people in the group at least, Jade? I think, is it something like that? Ish?
Yeah, I'd have to have another look.
Yeah.
I think we kept the same one after everything happened with Phil's Facebook, but yeah, I think it was roughly, it's quite a bit.
Right, it's 500. It's 500 people, right? That means that these guys have taken at least 500 consults, right? And if you take 500 consults at a 30, 40% conversion rate, it's 200 clients. If each of them do 2 sessions each, it's 400 sessions. Like, it's a lot of turnover, right? Persistency and consistency wins. All right, anyway, back to the point. Pre-frame document, very important, all right? And that's why it's in the portal, right? We're going to go straight from this pretty much to the close, guys. I'm going to show you this new product because I don't need to tell you how to do squats, lunges, and push-ups and what you should be doing. Everyone knows that you've got to take the consult process, ideally as per Pinnacle. Don't thrash people, just do a form and technique analysis. That's what the 5 steps to success document highlights. And like we always pre-frame and say, look, okay, there's 5 steps towards success today, step 1, which means I need to know, right? If you are Arnold Schwarzenegger, or if you are someone who has no strength at all, because I cannot get you to do a 200 kilo squat, right? If you have no muscles. Does that make sense? Right? The amount of people that go, yeah, but you can't just do bodyweight squats, lunges, and push-ups. You fucking can. The reason why is because it's a form and technique analysis. So you pre-frame with the 5 steps to success. Today it's form and technique analysis. You'll be funny, or you'll be shocked with how much value you can give someone with a form and technique analysis. With a form and technique analysis, what you are doing very cleverly is this. You are not showing them everything that they need to succeed, which is where a lot of people go wrong, right? Michael, I think so. Yeah, Michael, you're there, bro. Like I said with you, bro. Michael Rakic, yeah? Simple. Cut it back. Don't do the second session. No need, right? Form and technique analysis, all right? And it's that simple. From there, you sharpen. Go on, Glenn. What do you got?
Oh, sorry. What did you say? I need to know if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger or what?
Someone with muscles.
Oh, someone with no muscles. Thank you.
Yeah, someone with muscles or someone without. And you can, like, no shit, take notes, right? You can say that. Like, you can, guys, I need to know whether you're Arnold Schwarzenegger or not, right? So form and technique analysis, squats, lunges, and push-ups. The 5 steps to success document, though, and this is really detailed, it's very important. If you're not using it, use it. This is why it's there. It gets people to see the end goal. Today, we are accomplishing 1 step. I've mentioned to a lot of people here, right, with these weekly check-ins that I do, if you fill them in, you set a small goal each week, and you fill that thing in and send it to me each week, in a year from now, you will have taken 52 steps forward in your business. If you work with me, as long as, for example, Tane, Michael McLaren here, Phil, these guys have taken hundreds of steps forward, right? There's a lot of people go, oh my God, I wish I could do what they do. You haven't done what they have done. That's why, right? They have taken hundreds of steps forward. Because why? Tane and Phil Perg, every week, not you, Michael McLaren, nearly every week, but you're not bad. Every week, send me well, actually, Tane, you don't either. Shit, just Phil. But business tracking, they get it done. Period. But they do the check-ins. Jade flawlessly does the check-ins. Do it, right? Do it. And persistently and consistently, you'll get the results, right? But anyway, going back to what I was saying, show them that that's the end goal. And if they accomplish the first step, subconsciously, they notice that, shit, I'm 20% of the way there already. And that's the value you're providing in your form and technique analysis session, right? From there, this is where a lot of people, especially the start of their journey, they most commonly screw things up. And this is where Glenn here, when he had his big first jump of clients, right, a couple of weeks ago, he had a massive change, right? Did you enjoy your session today, Glenn? Yes, I did. Thank you. Would you see yourself training like this more often? Yes, I could, because no one has the balls to tell you otherwise. Cool. I'll show you where you go from here. That is how you transfer smoothly into a closing, right? It is awkward if you don't use those little yes set questions. It's really awkward, right? So you put them through the form and technique analysis, and then from there, did you enjoy your session? Yes. Can you see yourself training like this more often? Awesome. Well, I'll show you how you can, right? That's it. Nothing else to it. There's so much awkwardness in the industry around, hey, so do you want to do some PT? No, I don't. Okay, bye, I guess, right? That's what happens. Anyone else used to be like that themselves, like before we kind of yes said question? I can guarantee a lot of you have been like that. Okay, from here, what we're going to do now is simple. I'm going to get up the new package, right? I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek into the new package that's been uploaded, which will be used for Strike. It is available in the portal. So this is the portal. We're going to go into stage 2. You're going to go into tangible products. I have deleted the old products that were used. They were at the top, and they were in here for PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint amendments, right? The ones that you need now, if any, are just these two. For gold and silver pricing, for Pinnacle personal training sales, these are the two packages that you need. Let's see if it works. Okay. All right, we're here. Can you see this, guys? Yeah. So what we've got here is a package, and this package here, we are going to, it's going to be good for you guys to utilize straight away. You don't, even if you need, or even if you don't want to, you don't even need to put a logo on it, right? You don't even need to rename any of it. You can literally take this package and use it. It's been done. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I've done it, okay? This is called a mind and body makeover. The good thing about this open-ended package, right, which you get to pitching by saying this. So this is how we go from here. Based on my professional opinion, the mind and body makeover package, which enables you to lose weight and also gain strength and condition your body, is for you. So I'm going to show you through it. That's all you need to say. Based on my professional opinion, this is what you need. The mind and body makeover package, and hopefully I'll see if there's any spelling mistakes. There already is. There needs to be a space in there. I will change it. So mind and body makeover. Read this stuff to them, guys. Are you in search of a full mental and physical overhaul? Your health and fitness goals are of high importance to you. Most people by this stage, because of what I said, remember at the beginning, was they are always open in the pre-exercise questionnaire phase. Most people will always say 8, 9, or 10 out of 10 importance health and fitness goals, right? So your health and fitness goals are of high importance to you. This is the solution that you've been looking for. The new you awaits, right? Do you find yourself consistently saying that mentally and physically you are not enough? You're not where you want to be, and you're always looking for excuses to find the easiest way out, reframing for them to give you excuses, because they're gonna. A lot of people will give it to you, right? And not change from where you are to who you strive to be. If that sounds familiar, and this is also for you. So why this package? Basically, guys, it's this simple. The mind and body makeover package is designed to deliver a full overhaul, both mentally and physically. This package is not like anything you will have ever seen before from any fitness trainer. Here we focus on a mixture of both physical and mental approaches to begin to create a version of yourself you didn't know existed and that currently seems a million miles away. Trust us, it's not. This language is very open-ended for any goal, guys. So you don't even need to take this and change it, right? Goal package inclusions. 3 30-minute one-on-one tailored result-specific sessions, all right? 3 times one-on-one sessions with a professional to be carried out on your choice of 30, 45, and 60-minute session combinations. So it's got that there. 1 free Kickstarter onboarding session, before photos, goal setting, weekly custom schedule design, program designation, custom nutrition setup, and more. Now, this is where I said that I was going to put this detail into these packages from this point onwards. I think it was Ray I may have been speaking to about this, maybe. A combination of both physical and personal training. You can expect a combination of both physical and personal training sessions. This unique combination enables us to overcome mental hurdles that will result in seeing physical success, right? I'm going to just run through this stuff here without elaborating, because the elaborating is done for us here. Ongoing custom nutritional coaching, elaboration point, enabling you to overcome all bad relationships with food and to make the hardest part of most people's journeys the easiest, right? Anyone like what they're hearing here so far? Like it speaks the language that they need to hear. Goal setting and reassessment every 4 weeks. High-level tracking of your goals monthly to analyze and document each step of your journey and success. Direct access to your coach 24/7. Access to a coach that is genuinely invested in you and your results. Again, it's just elaboration. Reach out 24/7 and get support daily. That means they have access to you 24/7, but you will probably get back to them once a day. And then from here, four coaching sessions for friends or family members, over $200 of bonus training value to share with your friends and family members that want to experience elite coaching for free. Investment, there's your price point, and this is the minimum price point I reckon that anyone should charge. From this point onwards, because I have had a lot of questions with people recently that ask, Do you need to do a minimum term, right? I always say no lock-in contracts with any packages, guys. This isn't a package creation webinar though, so I'm not going to go into detail as to why, but 8-week minimum term where we can guarantee an overhaul will take place, right, is what I recommend from this point onwards, and through Strike is what we're going to recommend that people utilize. The reason why is because people will always take you up on 8 weeks. They will. And it's not a lifetime, it's not a life-changing commitment for them. If you work out that, it's about $1,600, roughly, off the top of my head. So if you think about it, for someone to do that amount of training with you, think about it, guys. Take my screen share off here for a second. 3 sessions a week multiplied by that amount of time is like nearly 30 personal training sessions for $1,600, roughly. That will be contracted to you guys, that'll be locked in and ready to go because of what that you've done with the delivery of the presentation. It is good value, right? Would everyone think that it is pretty good value even at that price point? Yeah. Does anybody think that it's too expensive? And can I help you in any way overcome the fear of selling at that price point? Most of you sell at that price point, right? And it's that simple, right? I'll just continue on here, guys, with this thing. Where is he? There. From here, we've got the silver. The only difference is your 2 30-minute sessions, and that you can choose to have it in your choice of 2 30-minute sessions or 1 60-minute session. The price point is $119. This is $60 personal training per half-hour price point. That's what it is. All right. From here, guys, I put in a closing slide. And this is going to drastically help people's conversion rates. Time to begin. We understand that everyone has challenges going on in life, ones that will always be there: finances, stress, belief, setbacks, all of which this product has been built on solving for you. It's a simple question if you're willing to push through that natural feeling of nerves and resistance that you feel right now and begin to prioritize yourself. We know that you can do it. It needs to be a full stop there. We know that you can do it. This is your opportunity. The new you starts now. Which is best for you, gold or silver? Right? That is how you close a consult, which is best for you, gold or silver. This package does the hard work for you. And it is neutral. I haven't branded it Strike or Pinnacle or anything. It's neutral. It looks clean. You guys could just use that. If every PT in the world used that, the industry would be a far more successful place, guaranteed. And it's not just because I created it. It's because it's just good. And it's easy, it's simple, that's it. Questions on that so far? Anything? That's good. Nice.
Obviously, it's editable, so we can change the price point and add extra bits into it if we need to.
Somewhere. Oh, yeah. In here. Go into your portal. I'll just show you because it's easy. Stage 2. Create tangible product. The editable Canva version is directly beneath it. From here, we've got 3 examples of other templates which have been created on Canva. These are like weight loss, strength and conditioning, and something else. Basically, like, I still recommend, guys, as well, you have different versions of this, but a mind and body makeover, you know, mental and physical rejuvenation package, whatever you want to do, is the best version, right? Because you can relate it to anything. At the bottom, we've got your drop sell 1 session alternative, which is where you're going to chop and change between coaching sessions and personal or physical training sessions and personal training sessions. And then you've got the budget PT package, which is a once-off sale. And then at the bottom is just a group fitness,
Hey, Simon.
Yes.
Sorry, just quickly while we're on that drop sell to the 1 if we have to.
Yep.
I mentioned it to Phil the other day, but I thought I'd get your take on it. How do you then, if you know, like, you've done the gold, you've done the silver, they're sort of like, money's still an issue. How do you then sell the bronze without going, okay, well, I was hiding this sneaky one here just in case you didn't buy the others? How do you make it not sound like that?
Great question. That is a great question. basically what you've got to say is this: we offer gold and silver. Why? Because we guarantee results in those times, right? We understand that people's finances can stop them from doing that. So with that being said, like, we have another option. It's a bronze, right? So it's natural. You've got gold, silver, and then there's a hole for bronze, right? You never ever display bronze. And for anyone that displays everything on one page, all their prices on one page, like, the reason why you're signing people up on bronzes, Nathan knows this because he used to verbally say, well, this is it per session, cost per session. I always like using you as an example there, Nate, because the turnaround with this guy is phenomenal. The guy only converts golds now. Legit. It was like 4 or 5 the other week, in 1 week, only golds. And because he only offered, right? He only offered that. But what you say is, look, we understand budget can be an issue for some people, and I can see that you want to get things going. So we can do a bronze package and you can bring it up, right? Where the bronze package has got the choice of whether you think they need personal training, because a lot of people, they're just not committed enough. They'll use money, but it's not the point. They're just not committed enough, right? But it could be money as well, because I'm never going to sit here and go, everyone can afford $120 a week. It's not the case. So you can do a bronze, but they need to promise you, number one, that is not the only PT session that they do each week, right? So when you go through their weekly schedule design, there will be training, there'll be training put together. When I do the recordings of this stuff, I've got the lesson slides done. I just need to record all of it. You guys at Pinnacle will have access to Pinnacle multiplied by Strike content. It'll tell you all in there, Jade, to rehearse this and how to do it. But you just got to say, we need you to take action. And if we see that action's not being taken, you won't have physical training sessions. They'll be personal. And it's that simple, because you just got to be honest with them. And it's a personal approach. This is what we were talking about in last week's session, guys. You do not have to be doing physical training. That's why I put in there, it's a combination of both physical and personal training. So that when you've primed them for, you know what, you're overweight, you're obese, you're not losing weight, we're not training today. We're sitting down and we're talking about what needs to happen. Jade, me and you will discuss on our call how you then get the staff to do that, because that's a whole different ball game. Because most staff members that work for trainers, they don't normally have the higher levels of care that we do, but this is what will make them better PTs, right? So yeah, hopefully that helps. I've got a couple minutes left, guys. That's when you're going to close.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Zach, what have you got here quickly for us, brother?
I was just going to say, in answer to Jade's question, like, you don't even have to have a slide for it. If you just mentally in your own head know off by heart exactly what your bronze package is and how much it is, then if someone says to you like, oh look, sorry, I legit cannot afford 2 sessions a week, and you can say, yeah, no problem, like we've got another option for you because I can see you want to get going, and then you just tell them what it is and how much it is. So if you want to avoid that sort of look of like, oh yeah, I did actually have this prepared earlier, but it wasn't on this slide, don't have a slide for it. Correct. Just mentally rehearse it and know it off by heart, and then just say it at the end if that's what it comes to.
That's correct.
Yeah, cool.
And it's also, think about it like this. I've got to wrap things up in about a minute. Like, today's not a sale webinar. We can do a sale. Does anyone want a sales and closing webinar? If you do, like, you can just vote for that, whatever. But remember, the silver product, you don't need to go through all the silver points, because you're going to go through the gold points, right? List them off, read it in full. But the silver, the only difference is 2 sessions rather than 3. And that's it. That's it. So just say basically gold, all this, silver, exactly the same, but 2 sessions. Then go straight to that last slide and just read it. And just say which is best for you, gold or silver. Then just do a verbal drop sell and just tell them that you'll still be getting personal and physical training sessions if you want to go to those levels where you want to not do gym training and actually get to the bottom of why inside their head they're not getting their results. I have to wrap this one up, guys. If you have any questions at all, save them for next week. Also, I'm going to put a poll this week. All right. Please, all of you guys that are here live or watching this on record, please vote on the poll and put something that you guys would like to learn more about. How can we get people to get into our Facebook group? Right? So many guys here that are here, there's lots of holes in what we're doing. If you patch them and run with it, right, and have it in an automated process, you will crush your business. So please vote and just show me what you want, because otherwise I'm just going to keep coming up with topics, which I know will be valuable, but I'd rather get your input and serve you even more. All right. Peace. Sorry to cut it short today. I'd love to spend more time, but I have to shoot. And well done for everyone as always. Speak to you soon, guys.